Hello everyone, welcome to 16 Bits Tech. My name is Luis as usual, and today I bring to you some concepts and some example regarding the hash transactional in Spring. This week I had on Twitter from a guy, I put the Twitter here, and for me it was very interesting because at the first glance I see something different and I saw, okay, I need to see the example and see how the behavior of transactional inside the method, inside the scope. So because this, I bring today the topic regarding transactional and how you can change an object and has this changed in your database without use the save method in your repository, because we working with the reference. When you change the reference, you modify another, let's say another site, so you have one kind of object here. If you change it, you change another site. Because this, remember, always when possible, of course, work with multiple objects to avoid errors, to avoid mistakes, to avoid, let's say, pitfalls about the data and maintain the data accurate and precise. Okay, so let's go to the code. This is application using the Spring Boot. The application will be available on my GitHub. Any problem or any question, please let me know, and let's go for it, and let's go full steam ahead. Okay, let's go. See you right. Okay, so let's go to the code and see also the part of the code of the Twitter, and I said before. Okay, let me open here the screenshot. Just a second. This is the code. Okay, so this part of the code is inside one file. I had to split this code in two files, in fact, because I extract the and three, in fact, because I had to extract the interface, the CRUD repository, and also the entity. Okay, let's see the code right now. The code, I put this name, the quiz name, and then let's see. This is the code. I had the Spring security in my project, so I disable to make this better to test and so on. Okay, basically right here we have the person, the service. Let's say I create as inner person service. In this case, it's no matter the name, it's just a name. And then this is the trick. Okay, now we have the transactional inside the project. This is the service, and the magic goes here, because when you have the transactional in this line, let's put bigger here. When I had the save to repository, it saved the object in the database, and after the finally set the name to another name. Okay, so the last name would be Lana, and without transactional scope here, the name should be the name passed by this bin and be Larry. Okay, this is the trick and how the transaction scope works. Also, I will bring to you the controller, the hash controller, and let's see what happened. Okay, so first of all, let's put a breakpoint here, and let's see. Okay, let's put a debug in debug mode, because when we will start, we will clean the console before create this person to be better to see the log and so on. And then in starting the application, And okay, right here we have this console log. Let's clear all. And this is where the magic works, because right here we have the has transaction, because this is transaction 1. And then let's save this person. And now let's open our Safari and see what happened here. Let's back to Safari, and let's go to Safari here and open a new page of Safari. This is good. This is awesome, because now I want to open the H2. The H2 is the database instance for us. Is declared on, let's see here, on application properties. Is enabled. This is the path, and you can go or copy this one and back again. Okay, not working, no problem. Let's resume here. Okay, now we have not found. Okay, no problem. Okay, this is detecting a lot of things. This is the inner person. This name is Lana. Okay, as I said, because this is last name inserted. Even though we have the save here, the last name on database should be Lana. Let's see. The database is quiz. The username is SA. And now I have the inner person. Okay, okay, this is we happen when you have the transaction. Without transaction, we have saved this name Larry. Let's do this again, just to comment this part of the code. It's comment right now. Let's restart. Don't see here. Okay, let's stop and run the application. Right now I don't want to stop on the breakpoint. Let's disable its breakpoint right now and see the magic. This is a lot of log on console, because this is on trace mode. Okay, if you want to check that, go to level trace, because this is happening. Okay, so let's refresh the connection, connect again through H2 and select. Now we have here the Larry, because of this transactional annotation. This means be carefully when you work with transactional, because this can be a trick sometimes, or sometimes can involve you, let's say, performance on our application regarding transaction and so on. So another example, let's say I create a controller also to handle this one. And right here we have two methods only, the post and the get, to bring the data and one to put the data. This is very, very tricky, because right now we have the create method, and right here without transaction should be the same approach as before. Okay, we don't have the transaction, the scope of transaction, the name should be the name passed by parameter. Otherwise, with transaction, you have this replace the name at the local date time. But what happened in some kind of scope? Let's use the tool for that. HTTP / 8080, and let's go to the endpoint. This is the endpoint. Oh, sorry, H80. Okay, now we don't have any person here, because see, if you go to the, let's clear again, we don't have any person. Okay, it is good. Let's put more bigger. Okay, maybe it's better or not, maybe better or not. Let's this is okay, this is good. Okay, so what happened right now? Let's make a curl with using the post. I suppose I have here. Let's create right now the a person using the name Maciej, okay? Remember, in person service right now, I don't have the transactional annotation. What happened? What will happen? The name will save it as Maciej, okay? I will set the name as Maciej, no problem. I'll set the name with the new name, and the new name will be retrieved by this controller. Okay, this is the name returned by post method. This is it's not so good. Let's change it. Just a second, please. Create one. Return the person. Okay, this is the let's get the last one. Okay, service find one, and let's put here the ID, and then return, and then person get ID. In this case, it will be you go to the database to get the data. Okay, so then right now we have this repository and find by ID, or else illegal state exception, or not, or else throw illegal state. Okay, that's for right now, it's fine. Okay, so let's go here and create. Let's restart. Let's restart the application. Let's restart the application. Just a second. Restart the app. Let's say restart the app and see what will happen. The application, every time you start the application, we will have the person on your database, because the database using right now is the H2, is in memory database. So right now we have to refresh the screen and connect again. So let's run the query. I have the Lana here. And then let's create a user using this command. Okay, right now let's back here to schema and clear, and then we go to the person. We have the Maciej. Okay, that's so far so good. So far so good. Okay, the name is marked as replaced, but is not marked as transactional. Okay, this is a little bit tricky, because even though we are looking for this person using the method find one, we will get the value from the last set value. Otherwise, you can do that one change also and put cacheable and mark as false, if I remember well. Okay, the full as true, and then we can do that, or make it the things better. Let's don't mix the concepts right now, okay? And then to have this new name, let's say new name at, to have this same behavior as the Twitter before, we need to uncommitted this code and make this transaction. Right now, every time you send a name to the controller will be replace this name to new name at the local data. Let's restart again. And we'll see what happened. Just a second, or not. A couple of seconds. Remember that all the code is on my GitHub, and you can see the code and run your local machine. Okay, let's see. Connect again, and right now the person is not have nothing for person and one thing for the application. Okay, so let's back here, and then the expected right now is record the another name. Let's send the Maciej. Okay, the new name should be different. Let's see here, and the person, you have the new name, because now you are using the transactional annotation. So remember, if you have the entity, the object saving at this time of the save, and after you make any kind of change, be aware, if you change it, this will change it on your database. Okay, so this is the video for today. I hope you like it, because this is a little bit tricky sometimes to use transactional or change the value and so on. And be free to ask me any question or suggest any kind of, let's say, new material or new thing. Okay, for today is only this, and see you on the next video, and have a great weekend and a wonderful new week of work, of not work or vacation, whatever. Okay, see you, bye bye.